A caravan of about 1,200 Latin American migrants have completed a quarter of the 1,900-mile journey across Mexico and are likely to be split up as they march toward the United States. They're expected to demand asylum either from Mexico or the United States. Here with insight is LIBRE Initiative President Daniel Garza, joins us live. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Deuce.
So tell us a little bit about who are these People Without Borders, the group that has organized this march.
Yeah, Pueblos Sin Fronteras presumes to be a humanitarian non-profit organization that seeks to help migrants who are, basically what you're seeing here is this exodus that is occurring starting from Tapachula, Chiapas, all the way up to Lecheria, and then of course they'll go up towards probably McAllen, Texas, Island is where they're headed. But this group, really, I think at the end of the day, is doing actually more to circumvent and undermine our immigration laws than actually serving its humanitarian purpose.
Well, they've had these marches before, but we've not highlighted them because they haven't been really public. However, going forward, you would think that they're suddenly on everybody's radar because they've got over 1,000 people, and the President of the United States is tweeting about them as well.
No, it's very visible. It's almost like a real-life exodus that is occurring, this massive 1,200 group. You're right, it is very visible, and it's happening in real time, and they're being actually tracked by embedded reporters like folks from BuzzFeed and all these folks that are giving us, updates. It's fascinating that this group actually is about to violate immigration law because you cannot aid in somebody else who is going to commit illegal entry into the United States knowingly. And that's exactly what this group is doing, which I think, calls for a remedy to the situation, which is why we're so upset or disappointed about what happened with the failure of passing DACA.
Absolutely, because, a lot of people thought that maybe Congress, since it was kind of an emergency, the President said DACA protections were going to end in March, that they would do something with the omnibus. But they didn't.
They didn't. And, I thought now, in retrospect, even more so, it looks, I think, real reasonable by the President to couple, what the solutions for DACA, a permanent solution that would give certainty to the kids, right, who benefited from DACA, but I also at the same time advance a proposal that would enhance security at the border, and so there would be a very clear statement, that illegal entry is not a desirable situation.
Well, it's interesting that you would say that this group, People Without Borders, is breaking the law by virtue of what they're doing.
Well, according to our law, which is codified in immigration law, you cannot assist and aid and abet in someone who is actually helping somebody to enter.
Are you equating them to smugglers, human smugglers?
Well, they're playing the role of one. Well, but let me say in their defense, what they are saying is that this is a humanitarian issue. That by bringing people together, it is safer for them, and it doesn't expose them as much to folks who would look. There's a lot of rapes that happen. The beast. The train that comes in from Tapachula and angles off at Lecheria. 80% of the women that come through that train are raped, according to some statistics. Terrible. So they're helping in that.
At least this caravan is in the public. All right, Daniel Garza, we thank you very much for joining us from Texas.